This is Hunter.
And this is the W7W Podcast. It's a show from our shop, W7W, located in...
Scenic, beauteous, Fort Worth, Texas.
That's not a word.
I think it is. We're about to find out.
It's a show about Hunter and I talking about yarn and stuff.
And drinking tea.
Mm-hmm. Who would have thought?
Right?
No one.
That's wild. We get up to shenanigans over here.
All right, so what'd you do this week, Hunter?
Sold a lot of yarn.
That's excellent.
Also ordered a lot of yarn.
That's also excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those things happen. What about you?
Well, I went to the stock show and rodeo yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
In the new Dickies Arena.
And how's that?
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty fancy.
It's really fancy.
Mm-hmm.
There's carpeting there, which I don't know how they're going to get the smell of rodeo out of all that carpeting. I guess they're just going to have to, clean the carpets after every season?
Yeah, the thing you have to remember, though, is that the rodeo goes down, over the course of,
once a year.
Once a year, it's 5 weeks or something like that?
Yeah, maybe 4.
But the point is, that's not the only thing they're going to use that arena for.
Oh,
they're
no,
going
they
to use
have
it for lots of other
and sporting events and everything.
Yeah, so it's not surprising that they want it to be, however nice they made it to accommodate all these other things they're going to be doing as well.
I think the roof opens. It wasn't open while we were there. And you know what they didn't do?
What?
Fireworks.
Oh, yeah?
You know how they usually, in the opening ceremony, they have some fireworks in the arena? I guess they did not want to catch those carpets on fire.
Well, they probably didn't care about burning down that old arena.
Right?
They were
They
looking for an excuse at that point.
Sure, fireworks inside the building? Sure.
Yeah, what's the worst that could happen?
But no, they don't have that this time.
Uh-huh.
So, she found
the phone.
She found the phone. Yay. What's going on this
Saturday? She got a little frantic there.
Specifically this Saturday.
This upcoming Saturday, we're having a trunk show, and it's going to be a birthday bash.
Birthday bash, trunk show. Leon Alexandra and Moon Tower Dye Works.
Yep.
Leon Alexander is Logan and Jose. They are from Oklahoma.
Yes.
And Moon Tower Dye Works is Anna, and she is from Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And Anna's birthday was January. Logan's birthday is this weekend, and I believe Jose's is within a week of Logan's. We might be wrong, but I think it's all there.
Right, so we're just going to have a big old birthday bash.
We're going to have a birthday party, so there will be cake. There will be fun.
Now,
there will be yarn.
I'm not going to eat this cake.
You don't have to eat the cake.
Heads up on that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, do we have any classes to talk about?
We do have just a couple of spots in a couple of classes.
You guys hit those classes hard.
Yeah, and the February month is a little different in that we're wrapping up a bunch of different classes.
We did actually have a few part 2s and part 3s.
Yeah.
Not part 2s, but part 3s and 4s.
Right. We had a part 2 12 socks last weekend, and part 3 will be in a couple of weeks. So a lot of finishing up classes. We do have some new classes. We have one spot still available, for example, in Mel's spinning workshop, a spinning consistency class.
And Trish Wise is doing a block printing fabric class where you design your own design on the block, which is a block that you carve, and then you stamp it on this linen, and then you put these Cocoa Knits leather bag handles on, and you've got yourself a cute little bag. All the supplies are included in that, and we have one space left. When is that, Hunter?
That class is going to be on the 13th and the 20th. Those are Thursday evenings. It starts about 6 o'clock.
6 to 8.
Yeah, the second class might not even be the full 2 hours. I think it'll be pretty quick.
I'm just putting on the... Yes.
Yes.
All right, so those are our classes. What kind of new things do you have?
Okay, yeah, we've got a number of new things in the shop. We got a new order of Frabjous in. So y'all are familiar with the gradient sets that we've had previously.
I never know whether to call this Frabjous fibers or Wonderland yarns.
Yeah, well, I mean, the Frabjous fibers is the people who make it. So, but yeah, I don't know, it's a little unclear. I see your point.
What I do know is we have cellophane.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Okay, I reordered a bunch of the colors that we've always had and that we sell out on. Brought in a couple of new colors because they've discontinued a couple of colors as well. So there's this. This is the King's Argument. I just thought it looked cool. It's a little darker.
About?
I don't know. Arguing against bright colors, clearly. And then also, this one is Jabberwocky.
Nice. And I've never, maybe we had this before, the opposite of boredom, but I had not seen it.
Yeah, we've had it, but we had them in braids, not like those little kitted up like this. So we've had them kitted up a little different.
Oh, those are pretty.
Mm-hmm.
So I hadn't seen those. Maybe I had seen those before, but those are my favorites. So
okay, so
I
now,
wanted to show them too.
So while we have had these these gradient sets for a while now, I saw that they had something else that we needed to get in the shop because we've had some folks come in and express an interest in gradient yarn, and we hadn't had a whole lot of it. And I saw that there was a interesting one that Frabjous had, so I decided to bring it in. It's called Blossoms is a base. It's like a fingering sport weight. It's 75-25, I think, 425 yards. So yeah, it's essentially like sock yarn. No, it's 80-20, my bad. We got it in like a dozen different colors. I just grabbed like 6 of them to show you guys. We have more than what you see here. So this color is Hydrangea. This is Tweedia. This is Lantana. Euphorbia. Roses are red. And then finally Jade Marflower. So I tried to like get a variety so that we'd have lots of different cool options. So there you go.
And people like these because they don't have to weave in ends like you would here. But if you'll hand me one.
And also you'll notice that there's no cellophane.
So these were made from sock blanks. That's why they're kind of wavy. So what a sock blank is a knitted piece of fabric, and gradient yarns are difficult to process. That's why, number one, you don't see too many of them. Number two, they're a little bit more expensive because it takes more effort and more resources to do it and more space.
Yeah, and sometimes people do bulk at the price point, and it's not because they're just trying to raise the price. It's because it's not easy to produce, like Amy's saying. So
what they've done is they've taken a long knitted flat piece, and they've done the colors up. They've dyed it that way, and then they untwist, or they tink the or they frog. They rip it out. They rip out the sock blank and put it into a ball, and that's why it's wavy. And when you knit with it, depending on your gauge, you don't really see that waviness. If you knit really, if you want it to be really loose, you could see some waviness in it, but when you soak it and block it, that waviness goes away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm using it right now with a crochet pattern, and you can't really tell.
Cool. How's it knitting up?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Right on. So do we have anything else that's new to the shop?
We do. We have Primrose yarns. Primrose Rose Gold collection. That's pretty. This is called Homestead Sport. It is a 100% superwash merino 2-ply sport weight yarn that looks just like hand spun. It is 250 yards of sport weight. And what she does is she dyes the fiber and then sends it to the mill to spin. So it's already dyed. And then they spin it, and it looks, my hand spun looks just like this.
You wish your hand spun looked just like that.
It's really pretty. So we have a few colors, and it's going fast. So come in and get some if you want it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What else do we have that's new? I think we have Alexandra Davidoff is a local designer, and she dropped off one of her newest designs. It's called Luna, and it is a hat pattern. It is a fingering weight held with a mohair, which makes it so soft.
Gives it the halo.
And beautiful. And she used Madeline Tosh's TML and Impression, which is their mohair for that. And I've paired together a couple. This is Silver Fox, and this minty color is Havana. That would be beautiful together with a white pom-pom. And then I like this one too if you want to go brighter with it. This Peach Bellini and Sheer Peach would look really pretty. Even with this, oh, that would look pretty if you want a brighter color hat. And you know what else we have?
What we have?
We have last year's Yard Crawl colors in TML and Impression.
What's that color called?
Wolfsbane. That might look pretty as a hat.
You didn't say it right.
I'm not going to say it until you say it. Do you want to say it for the people?
You're the one that said that we had to say it like that every time. I'm just following your rules.
You have to say it. I'm not going to say it like that.
Say what? The name of that yarn?
Name of that yarn.
Wolfsbane!
So, not to overshadow Alexandra's beautiful hat. It almost seems like cashmere when you put those two together. It's really beautiful, really soft, and it's a really pretty cable pattern.
Awesome.
Yeah. She used Silver Fox and what was the other one?
Celadon.
Celadon. Very close to Silver Fox and Havana on that one. Really pretty.
Cool.
All right. Also, you have a product that we got back in stock.
Yeah, we almost ran out, but then decided to go ahead and restock it, if for nothing else, so we might take out to Fiberfest, who knows. Knitting the card game.
If you haven't played, it's pretty fun.
It is really fun. I mean, we play it with our kids.
They even asked to play it.
Yeah, last game night, we take turns who gets to pick the game that we play that night, and sure enough, one of the kids, is her turn. She's like, I'd like to do the knitting card game. That'd be awesome. So we did.
Yeah.
And one of the kids won.
Yeah, she did.
And I was like 5 points behind her too.
Oh.
So close.
So it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. So what are you working on?
All right, I'm working on a couple of different things. I've been still plugging away at my spiral sock.
Do you have any finished?
I do not have any
I don't
finished.
have any finished either.
Yeah, so I've been plugging away at my spiral sock. I've been crazy busy up at work ordering all the things. But I'm making progress. It's getting somewhere. It's a lot of knit, a lot of purl.
Have you tried it on?
No, I have not. I probably should.
I like that color.
Yeah, me too.
What color is that?
That is,
Is it Moreland's?
Yeah, I think so. It's Life in the Long Grass.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Moreland's.
Isn't that weird when you just know yarn color names?
Not really.
Been hanging out in the yarn shop too long.
Yeah, they're just, Trish calls me Rain Man at this point because I just start rattling off people's emails because that's how we look up people in the system. Okay, I have something else I've been working on. This is a forest fiber friend in the making. So I think Amy showed her little cat last time around, maybe.
Is that what
possibly.
they're called? Forest fiber friends?
That's what I'm calling them. It's got a little cable.
It could be. I think they're just called forest friends.
I think it's forest friends.
Forest Fiber Arts is one of our favorite yarn companies.
That's right. I must have conglomerated the two. There we go.
There we are. I think you did.
I've had that on the brain actually because that was one of the orders I recently compiled was with her. So
congratulations, Nikki. You knew how to have a forest fiber friend.
Yeah, I've got that just seared into my brain now.
You do?
Yep.
Cool.
Good times.
You know what they had at the rodeo? The Budweiser team. The Budweiser Clydesdales.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned that.
Usually they have like a halftime show where they have either trick riders or they had a Chevy truck one year and that just seemed like a big commercial. But
Was he doing donuts out there?
I don't know. I don't even.
Imagine that, like all the horse poop and donuts, and that would not end well.
This one, it was an 8-team Clydesdale with the Dalmatian and everything, which is pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah, and I made it to the wagon race, so that's my favorite. That is my favorite part of the rodeo, are the chuck wagon races.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. You said you made it to the wagon races.
Usually, it's so dusty that I have an allergic attack and I have to leave the building. But I guess this building is, 1, it's new. 2, maybe it's got better air filtering.
3,
control.
I think you were further away. I mean, before we'd be like right in the
out.
front. Bye, Bobby. Oh, don't forget.
Oh.
So I was able to breathe this time.
That's good. You're also further away from the action. But then also, I was going to ask you, did you make it all the way through, or did you just make it? Oh, okay,
the
cool.
whole thing.
Nice.
And they also said the Clydesdales are in downtown Fort Worth, I believe, for the duration of the stock show. So if you have ever wanted to go see those, you can go see them being taken care of and fed and groomed. I think he said there's a 14-person team down at Burnett Plaza in the middle of Fort Worth.
Nice.
And you can go check them out.
Cool.
What did we just get? So
so we just had
Bobby,
our
the
mail
guy came.
Mm-hmm. And he dropped off a package. And since we were doing the podcast, we were like, hey, why not? Let's open it.
He said he was going to watch the podcast. And we said it's about yarn.
Yeah. Yeah. We should, put something in the podcast to confirm whether or not he watched it. No. Okay. Bobby, next time I see you, if you watch the podcast, you need to tell me the word nightingale.
Or he could just comment below.
Or nightingale.
So silly.
All right, what did we get from Skein?
Paper.
Get that paper out of here.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, we got a Skein inaugural.
Pretty. Show that. Thank you for your continued color of the year, which is blue.
Mm-hmm. That is the
Seasonal
Pantone
sample box.
Pantone color of the year, just to be clear. Yeah. Okay, so Skein's inaugural seasonal sample box has arrived, featuring new product samples, goodies, promotions, and more. So we've got. Well, you get your hands away.
Why do you get to open the box? Give me that. Oh, that's
you
a
get
cool
the bag.
pouch.
Okay. So
2020 color of the year.
this is really neat. So there's like a limited edition collector's
Cool.
pin.
Just drop that right in there.
You're taking these things,
Cute.
aren't you? Apparently, there's like
Is that candy?
dark chocolate.
Put that in there. Yeah. You can have one. There's 2 of them. You can have one.
I might take you up on that. It's dark chocolate. I'll actually have that. Okay, so we've got Chopel boots, Haiku Riley,
Oh, so these are
Yeah, little
yarn
samples.
lines, little color
Kabasi
cards.
DK. We carry that.
Little color cards.
Sueno.
You're Sueno.
Well, you're a Zauberball.
Take your crazy Zauberball.
Mm-hmm. And then a couple of just mini. I have no idea. There's no tag on it.
Oh, those look suspiciously just like the Shibui colors.
Oh.
They do.
Shots fired. Okay, and there's something about a Skein partnership program.
Yeah, I bet you. There's some window decals or some stickers.
Yep. Quick look book. So there's even more stuff in here. There's like patterns, I think. Or no, that's just color. A magazine with like buttons and stuff.
That's cute. I bet you could make a forest fiber friend with these.
But will I?
Maybe it says in the letter what these are. They look. If you had to guess, what would you think this is? It's.
Let me see one of them. Are they
This
the
is
same?
a chain ply construction. This looks almost like a linen or a cotton.
It's not crunchy enough to be linen unless it's like a
I'm
blend
talking
or
about this
something.
one.
Oh, are they not the same?
They're not.
Oh yeah, they're. You're right.
Say it again.
You're right. Excuse me.
That was fun.
Yeah.
All right, so you were talking about what you're working on. Did you?
We got through that. Then you were
You're
talking.
finished?
We got to the
Oh
point
yeah, I
you
was
were
going to show you my Sorrels.
Yeah, you're going to talk about what you were working on.
my Sorrel sweater, which originally I was gonna just have 3 colors, but I decided after trying it on that it seemed kind of short for just 3 colors, so I'm going with a 4th color.
That sounds like a crop-opportunity to me.
No.
Yeah?
So this is, right now, this is my 3 color fade, and I'm going to add...
I don't get any points for saying crop-opportunity.
No. I'm going to add this color. Do you remember what this color is?
Yeah.
Held with the dark blue mohair again, so it'll just get deeper.
It's Tosh Merino Light,
Hold
color
it that side
of... Oh, I'm blanking on the name.
That'll be nice. Okay.
The tag's in there, though, isn't it? Or is it?
I think it is. So, and then I'm just really hoping that I saved enough yarn for the arms. I did save yarn for the arms. I just have no idea how much. And I guess, the fade can just kind of happen faster on the arms if I run out.
Yeah.
And I did not cut my swatch. Remember my swatch in the round from last...
Yes, I was yawn. Moving on.
My swatch in the round from last time that I was saying that a lot of times you cut the ladders in the back.
Right.
Did not cut it, so I can use that swatch if
that's good.
Run into a pinch and I need to use it. Oh, did you find out the color? Custo. It's Custo.
Yeah, that's it.
It's Custo. Hey, did you hear that there are 12 Madeline Tosh colors that will only be available through local yarn stores?
Are you asking me if I've heard this?
Yeah.
I've heard this. I've ordered this.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us a couple of the colors?
Yeah, there is Antler.
That's a really big, popular color.
Yeah, Lepidoptera is another one.
That's that purple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Charcoal. Charcoal is another one.
Button jar blue.
Yes, correct.
Something about a canyon.
Yeah, that one I'm not as familiar
and
with.
One
that's
that
like
looks
more
like cantaloupe.
That's a variegated something or other.
And then is it butter or daisy?
Something. It's one that we haven't had before, so I'm less familiar with
and
it.
Then
the yellow.
A deep green one.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a red? There's a red.
Yes.
It's a red-orange, I feel like.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool colors.
Including some of the ones that have been pretty popular in the past that we were a little bit surprised. Yeah. A little surprised they made those shop exclusives.
That's really nice of Madeline Tosh to do that, to make those available only to yarn shops.
And we felt that it was our duty to reciprocate on this by placing an order.
So if you want them, we got them.
Yep.
The other thing I cast on this past Saturday are the DFW Fiberfest knit-alongs and crochet-alongs that the Mahogany Sheep is coordinating.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is... Hey, how you guys doing? The first one is called Turnabout. It's a crochet pattern from Carissa Browning. And I'm maybe halfway done, I think.
Cool.
I'm using one of these gradients, one of these blossom gradients. And so, yeah, like I said, it's curly in the skein, but once you actually work with it, it straightens out, especially depending on your gauge. It straightens out.
Mm-hmm. You need to straighten out.
You need to straighten out. And then also that's the crochet along. The knit along is called Centrifugal.
Right.
It's a shawl by Carissa Browning as
like
well.
a color work shawl, right?
It's a color block shawl, I'd call it.
Okay.
There's no color work as in you do mix the colors, you stripe them, but it's not like every other stitch. It's not like straight color work.
Yeah, or Farrell or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see my post about Farrell today? You shouldn't call it Farrell unless it's from
the island.
The island of
whatever.
Farrell.
Yeah.
So I didn't get too far on the knitting. I only got this far. But there's my first color, second color, and third color.
Nice.
So yeah, it will be great. I'm excited. And these are Life in the Long Grass. What's this sock weight called? Is it just called Fine Sock or?
Fine sock. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I don't remember the fiber content. It's either like 75-25
like
or
fine,
80-20.
Suck. That's
Maybe
what
it's
we'll call it.
85-15. Who knows?
Fine. Suck.
We have a we're going to be placing another order with them. Assuming
Stuck myself in the eye with a needle.
you're glad you have glasses on, or you could have lost an
It
eyeball
went
there.
over the top. Anyway.
Yeah, we run into hazards here at the yarn shop that you would not
dangerous.
anticipate.
Dangerous.
But sure enough.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, it's surprising how many yarn dyers call their sock weight yarn sock.
Despite the fact that it may not have nylon in it.
Yeah, because that's a weight.
It is a weight, and
you can, before, I mean, people were knitting socks without nylon before nylon was invented.
Yeah, but then they would just get holes, and
They
it would be
darned their
terrible and sad.
socks. They darned their socks.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Yeah, Malabriga's fingering weight plied yarn is called sock yarn, but that's just 100% merino.
I'm 100%.
I'm like 15% on a good day.
Okay, now's the time in the podcast where we give away prizes.
Cool.
It is cool. It is so cool. Last week's prize were these 2 cute pins. How many entries did we have, Hunter?
Okay, so entries. We have 48 comments on the most recent podcast.
Bringing up a random number generator.
If this is in the 20s, I swear.
48, you say?
48.
48. Ready?
Ready.
Generate. Oh my god.
Nice!
47. Who's 47?
Nice!
In last week's...
I'm like legitimately excited about this.
We had a lot of comments because the question was about blocking. Do you block? And so this is a hot topic. A very hot topic.
Okay, and I have the winner as Janice Davey.
Congratulations, Janice! If you're watching and we haven't contacted you yet, please let us know. If you'd like to pick these up in the shop or you'd like us to mail them to you, we can do either.
Either one works.
Either one.
All right, so now we've got another giveaway that we need to set up.
Yes.
And
I picked the prize.
The prize is going to be Roses Are Red Blossoms
We
from
did
Frabjous.
a Valentine's Day giveaway time before last anyway, but this one is just too good.
It works.
Roses are red. I mean. So what's the question?
I picked the yarn, you picked the question.
That is not true. However, are you participating in the DFW Fiberfest knit-along?
There you go.
Or any knit-along? Are you doing any knit-alongs this year?
That's a good one.
That is a good one. I do a few. Well, I do the 3-day sweater knit-along. I don't know if Olive Knits is going to do, like, OLIVE, Olive.
Right.
I don't know if she's going to do that again this year. That happens in July. And it's the 4-day challenge, right?
Yes.
But I do it in 3.
You did the last one in 3. Let's see if you can do it again. Can you do it in less?
And then I said I would never do a mystery knit-along, but I did the Stephen West mystery knit-along. And I enjoyed it. So
Very
I might
good.
do that one again.
Cool.
So, that's our question. Do you do knit-alongs? Let us know.
Cool.
All right.
All right. Y'all
That's
have a good
it from
one.
us. Bye.
Bye.